book of Esther. Author, well, I know I say this all the time, but we don't know for sure. It is thought that perhaps her uncle Mordecai could have written it, or Nehemiah, because our date written is somewhere between 460 and 350 BC, and Nehemiah would have been familiar with the Persian customs that are mentioned in the book of Esther. Purpose of writing. It's obviously to record and document, explain how to celebrate the Feast of Purim, which I still do, the Jews still do. What a wonderful opportunity to thank God for how He delivers us. You know, it tells the story also of a young, humble girl who found herself with the weight of the nation, weight of her people on her shoulders. But step back and look at the even bigger picture. And that is, the story of Esther has the same thing in common with the story of Joseph or the story of Moses. And in all three of those, the destiny of the Jews lay in the hands of a foreign monarch. And in all three cases, you see God raise up a humble servant and delivers His people out of the hands of the enemy. Also, I want to add here that you see the same evil spirit at work, the same exact spirit that tried to take out the Jews in Moses' day when he was an infant and Pharaoh said, kill all of them. Look at Joseph, my heavens. I mean, everything that happened to that guy, and then he winds up being second command to Pharaoh and saving the nation of Israel. Look at Esther's life. Look at how Haman almost wiped out the Jews. His desire was to kill every Jew. Look at Herod, okay, in the New Testament when he declared after Jesus was born, you know, he's like, all the firstborn males killed. And I don't know. I look at that and I see the same spirit in Adolf Hitler. All of these people, all these kings, so to speak, wanted the Jews dead. Why? Because the Messiah was coming through that link. And you still see it at work in the world today. It is an anti-Christ spirit, like anti-Jesus. But if that isn't the antichrist spirit, if you'll think of it like that, I don't know what is. Nonetheless, what does God send to, you know, does He raise up an army to conquer that thing? No. A humble servant won and led an entire nation in the right direction. Key verses, this is my favorite, Esther 4:14. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to the royal position for such a time as this. Practical application, I think we can learn that God works in very mysterious ways even when we don't know that He's working. God's name is never mentioned in this book. And you see He works with like a silent love language, using the Holy Spirit to change many situations. Feasting is used in this book. Banquets, fasting is used in this book. And I even think about, you know, King Xerxes and his timely restlessness that night when he could not sleep, and he called for the reading of the scrolls, and he discovered this man named Mordecai, you know, that had saved his life and nothing had ever been done for him. And lo and behold, when he was elevated, it was Esther's uncle. The whole Jewish nation was saved because of insomnia. Strangest things that God can do when we don't even think He's working. We need to trust Him. You need to trust Him. And that is your personal application from the book of Esther. I encourage you to go read it. All right, I'm Laura Harris-Smith, looking forward to getting into, isn't the rest of the Old Testament exciting from here on out? Losing a lot of the historical focus and moving into just a lot of beautiful things. Poetry, stories, music, all of that. So I will see you tomorrow on Today's Day with Pin Code.